Chapter 18. The Choice. The study was dark, smelling of leather and old ambition. Julian sat behind his desk, illuminated by the glow of 3 monitors. He was typing. He didn't look up when the door opened. Elena stood in the doorway. She had changed out of the jeans and sweater. She was wearing the black dress she had arrived in. She walked into the room. Her heels sank into the Persian rug. She stopped in front of the desk. Julian stopped typing. He looked up. His face was unreadable, a perfect mask of indifference, but his eyes dropped immediately to her left hand. The diamond was there. "You made a decision," he said. "I did," Elena replied. Her voice was steady. It wasn't the voice of the terrified woman in the kitchen. It was the voice of the chief strategy officer. "I have conditions." Julian leaned back in his chair, lacing his fingers together. "I'm listening." "First," Elena said, placing her hands on the desk, "I want a seat on the board, a voting seat, not just an observer role." "Done," Julian said easily. "Lawrence is retiring next month. His seat is yours." "Second," she continued, "I want a prenup." Julian raised an eyebrow. "Usually, I'm the one who insists on that to protect my assets from gold diggers." "This isn't a standard prenup," Elena said. "I want a clause, a bad boy clause." "A what?" "If we divorce because of infidelity or irreconcilable differences, I get nothing," Elena said. "I walk away with what I came in with, but—" She leaned closer. "If you are convicted of a felony, any felony during our marriage, ownership of your primary voting block transfers to me." Julian stared at her. The silence stretched thin and tight as a wire. Then he started to laugh. It was a genuine sound, rich and amused. He stood up and walked around the desk. "You're betting on the DOJ," he said, shaking his head. "You think if I go down, you can inherit the kingdom." "I'm hedging my risk," Elena said coldly. "If I'm going to tie myself to a man who commits murder and treason, I need an insurance policy. If you stay out of prison, you keep your company. If you get caught, I don't go down with the ship. I become the captain." Julian looked at her with something approaching awe. "You really are a monster," he whispered. "I love it." He reached out and took her hand, lifting it to his lips. He kissed the ring. "I'll have the lawyers drafted in the morning," he promised. "The felony transfer clause. It's poetic." "It's business," Elena corrected. "And the iPad?" Julian asked, his eyes sharpening. "It stays hidden," Elena said, "as my leverage. If you ever try to hurt me, Julian, or if you try to frame me, the recording goes to the FBI, spousal privilege or not." Julian nodded slowly. "Mutually assured destruction, the basis of all great superpowers." He checked his watch. "The helicopter is landing in 5 minutes. We have a wedding to plan." Elena pulled her hand back. "One more thing." "Yes?" "Don't ever lie to me again," she said. "If we are partners in crime, I need to know where the bodies are buried." "No more lies," Julian vowed. "Just us against the world." They walked out of the study together. Outside, the thumping of rotor blades cut through the evening air. A sleek black helicopter was descending onto the lawn, kicking up a storm of dust and leaves. Elena held her skirt down against the wind. Julian took her arm, guiding her toward the machine. She climbed in. As the helicopter lifted off, banking sharply over the cliffs, Elena looked down at the fortress one last time. She had arrived as a guest. She was leaving as the lady of the manor. She touched the ring on her finger. She thought about the prenup clause she had just demanded. Julian thought it was an insurance policy. He didn't realize it was a weapon. She wasn't just planning to survive him. She was planning to replace him.